spirit guide and the false light. Spirit guide and the false light. Who are we really calling open when we ask our guides and angels for help? They could be false light beings that pose as angels and helpers from the astral realm, and these types usually want something in return. Now that the veils of illusions are being dissolving, we have find out that not all of our so-called guide has our best interests in mind. And do they ever? That's why discernment is so important. Whether you are meditating, you are meditating to who? To who are you meditating to? For? You are meditating for what? You need to know. You need to know which images you create when you meditate. And who are you invoking? All those are very important fact when you are dealing with occult stuffs. When you do prayer, mantras, Reiki, whatever. It's very important because there's many beasts over there, werewolves and lamb skin. If you have been following my oracles, you know there have been several articles about the false light matrix, or the FLM, or demiurge. In these articles, I have explained that there are beings posing as archangels, guides, and lords. They are not posing, they are genuine. But you must know who are the archangels, who are the guides and lords and master, whatever. You need to know. To me, they are they are the two faces of a single coin. Lords of the light. Very clever confusion has been inserted with the new age term spirit guides. Many people have given their power over to pay homage to beings of light that may or may not be of a benevolent nature. And are they ever? Even Lucifer is a bringer of light. Do you want Lucifer to be your guide? The real question becomes, these are Luciferian, and ways are Luciferian. The real question becomes, why are we giving our power away to someone or something outside of ourselves? Not someone, something. It seems that the beings caught in the astral realm will do anything to feed off of our energy, including bring messages forth that seem like they are full of love. These are all theater and light and have our best interests in mind. Most of these deception tactics will include mostly spiritual truths to hook you, and then will include the one thing that drains your energy right out. Many times these beings will pose as spirit guides that claim to be helping you along your journey up the ladder of spiritual growth. Of course, otherwise how will they sell their craft in the first place without lie, without masquerade themselves and pretend to be good? Examples include suggesting a particular spiritual practice that will allow them to tie into your energy, asking that you meditate on their image in your third eye, or leading you to pray to them for help. You see? These tactics are very similar to the religion's doctrine, yeah? Because if religion doesn't serve, so the New Age will. Other tricks include the ongoing false hope that may include giving specific dates for a great transformation or the event. If they are tied into your chakra system, they can very easily implant visions that you would defend, because after all, it came from your own third eye. This constantly causes disappointment, which can lead to negative energy and depression. Another example is that they may lead you to leave a certain place that's not good for your energy, with the guise of having a job to do, which brings confusion as your vibration continues to decline. Many people have stated seeing Jesus in apparition state in person, or have had an ascended master appear before them. I have many times, but my case is different. I didn't ask anything, I didn't meditate, I didn't pray. They just come spontaneously, naturally. I didn't ask for it. In fact, I didn't want this to happen, you understand? But it happened. Why? I don't know. Some people see these beings in the third eye in a meditative state. No, I don't need that. This was not my case. Or have dreams about them. Sometimes these beings actually enter the third eye. False light beings easily have the ability to emulate feelings of love and home. Yeah, they try at first. However, as time goes by, bit by bit, they will remove the mask and show who they really are. Especially so when you figure out about them, who they are. Once you figure out, that's it. They remove the mask and then they show who they really are. During this kind of contact, by taking your energy and mirroring it back to you, this false love that they project is recognizable, because it is the same tactic they use it to trick souls into staying in the reincarnation cycle over and over again. Yeah, so if the copies of their loved ones, they take copies, they back up copies of the loved ones' light bodies, and when you leave your body, when you die, you will encounter what look like your loved ones, but it can be even pets or loved one, friends, whatever, to trick you into enter that false light. And then once you do it, you will be trapped and back again, this silly, horrible, putrid, oh my god, I don't know, stressful kind of life and matrix. They are definitely beings from the true light, outside of the demiurge, that are available to help guide us. True beings of the light will never tell you what to do, neither will they come and you straightway kind of feel headache. If you feel pain in your head, that means they are no good. You need to discern. If you feel the pain, you feel a very uneasy feelings, or you start to get anxious, fearful, or in a case if you have out of a bad experience, and then when you come to, you become normal again. You come to your body, you feel exhausted, or you feel like weak, exhausted, and you feel like you have tons of bricks on your back, then there's something wrong with what you have seen. And if you have invoked them, that means you have given your will to them. They didn't come because they wanted to. You asked it. You asked for it. In my case, I do not ask. I don't call them. If they come, it's up to them. You see, so I take away my responsibility because I don't ask for them to come and wait. So if they come, I'll tell why you come. I didn't ask you to come anyway. I didn't invoke you. They are not allowed to directly interfere with humanity unless the planet is about to be destroyed by nuclear weapons. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna read it one more time. There are definitely beings from the true light or the other multiverse outside of the demiurge of the solar system that are available to help guide us. True beings of the light would never tell you what to do. They are not allowed to directly interfere with humanity unless the planet is about to be destroyed by nuclear weapons. It's terrible. It's really terrible. I feel like I'm in hell. They would never jump into your third eye, solar plexus, or other energy vortex. And sometimes they attach to you, the demiurge attach to you to your solar plexus where the heart is. But just as a child grows up and learns how to be independent, the real lesson is beginning to be realized. Since we are all aspects of Source, we as the Source do not need any outside protection. Definitely. That's what I keep on saying. We are Source, we are part of the Source, everything else is. So why be afraid? Why give your power to these beings who controls the matrix? For what? Why you're so stupid? You are so feeble. You're so weak. You're so like desperate, and you don't have faith in yourself. It's the worst thing that you could do is not having faith in yourself. Recognizing any being that is greater than you automatically leads to give your power away by thinking you are a lesser, you see that lesser than that being. And then there's the overzealous spiritualists over there, or even others who comments about aliens that says that too much ego is not good. But I tell you this, most of the time in certain occasions your ego will save you. I always will tell you this, the ego can save you from being deceived and not break free from this matrix. It doesn't mean that you cannot call on your true higher self team for a bit of a matrix existence. However, calling a bit of assistance and giving the power away to master your own matrix are two different things. The biggest fear of the false light beings is for us to realize that we are a fractal aspect of Creator Source being that has the ability to create reality and manifest from the organic background energy void. See, we all come from there. They do not want us to realize that they have been feeding off of our source energy, because we are the last vestige of hope for survival, because they are already depleted from helping of the source, because they choose in their own will and out of their big ego to break free from source and from the void. So they were devoid of their own energy, and for this reason that they meddle with the creation that were already here, type of human number 4 or version 1, Homo sapiens 1. They meddle with that species, and I created this body to better control, you understand, and feed of us, either take our DNA to make other words, or to patch up some problem that they may have with their DNA, or even to suck energy for loot, as they are disconnected from source energy. All we need to do is believe in who and what we are, and the barriers begin to dissolve. So do not listen to this nonsense of some people who claim that we are garbage. We are not garbage, although there are artificial intelligence here in human bodies. We call it the shallow people, the shell, empathy shell. Those people has no soul. Sometimes you can have them in your house, in your home, and you're gonna talk more about it later on. Okay, even as you walk in the streets, there's many empathy soul out there. Those are not organic because they have given their power away, or they have allowed entries to come in, walk-ins, to take over their soul and remove the energy source from the solar plexus. That's what I dreamed a few days ago about the feeding in our solar plexus and try to remove our power from our heart in the middle of the chest. Do you understand? So that's what the vision I saw represented. Our energy being sucked off by those monsters, those vampires, astral vampires. Just like anything else, it takes intention, dedication, and belief in yourself. That's what always I tell myself, to believe in myself, to be strong is not easy. I tell you, the walking has been tough for many of us here, and it's getting harder each times. As time's passing by, it's getting worse. It's getting tougher to navigate. That many people feel like they want to just give up altogether, give up. They don't have more energy, they don't have more emotional energy. They had it. They just can't carry on anymore. It's like a burden. It is so stressful, it's so like meaningless for many of us here. But then there is that voice within to tell us to carry on, not to give up, carry on. As the burden gets tougher, just carry on. Because this is what the enemy wants you to give up easily along the way, in the middle of your path. Okay? Although it's not hard, it's not easy. It's not easy. But you need to carry on. Even as you are crippled, even as you are lame, you still have to carry on. The one thing we can count on is our true essence, yeah, and the best thing we can do for ourselves to be, yeah, exactly how I think, and nobody will come to save you from yourself even. Okay, you have to rely on yourself, that force within you. You cannot get anything outside of you that is inside of you already. Our physical bodies have an amazing ability to discern and learn and to listen to the body's clues and cues is important. When something doesn't feel right, you have to go with your heart over what a supposed guide may be telling you. You can also do a changing of the guard, revocation, demanding that any beings that are not in your highest and best good for the level you are at now leave your energy field. Continue to cut all cords that are tied to you that are not in your highest best interest. Exactly, exactly.